5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. No. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Oh, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the BTS Pro Series. Lyrical, joined by Tsunami, who is going to be with us in a second, but his camera is currently a little bit fuzzy, but remaining. You can see very clearly. So a wonderful can of deliciousness right in front of him as well. Speaking of which, shout outs to our sponsors as we get ready to hop into this game. Number one for today, FNATIC facing off against Reality Rift. Monster keeping us energized through these late evenings. Of course, as well, Loot.bet, the official betting sponsor of the BTS Pro Series. Neil, you there? Hello? You guys can see it's all blurry and fuzzy. Problems abound. I'm going to disconnect from the call and hopefully he comes back in time and then it's all going to be fine. Now you guys can see that, so that's not good either. Remaining. But yeah, we do have a wonderful matchup for you today as we sort out these slight technical difficulties that we're having at the start. FNATIC against Reality Rift. At least yesterday, FNATIC looked incredibly impressive. They pretty much, I mean, there were a couple of like little hiccups here and there throughout the series that they were playing. If you looked back through it, it was them versus Geek Fam, which to me felt like they were one of the teams that showed their stuff in the early goings when they ended up taking. Does mean that saw right at the beginning of that splash screen and then the intro to all of this, there was
5 seconds remaining.
You know, them having played the most games so far. They've already played 3 of them, but they only have a little bit of a disappointing showing for sure, but we'll see if in the meantime, let's hop right into this draft because we have one for all of you fine folks out there. Breaking literally everything. That's fine.
I mean, no one was telling you had to start before the first phase picks even began.
Oh, that's true. Hello, how's it going, mom?
I mean, it was going good. Now I don't know how it's going. What was breaking?
You know, your camera wasn't there for a second. We're also
intentionally it wasn't there. It's taking a shower, man.
Team pick.
You're looking so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're good now. I'm sure everything is fine. Definitely did a terrible thing, but yeah, we're good. How you doing?
I'm
you
good.
Excited for some Dota?
Yeah. What did you preface this match with? FNATIC versus Real? Because I don't want to retread covered ground here. You already established what we're doing.
I have covered nothing. I've literally just been
remaining.
like breathing heavily out of my mouth in weird ways. And we're gonna get your video up here just one second. Because they can't even see you yet. Messing around with your beard. That's just for me.
Wait for it.
That's all that is.
Radiant
Wait
team,
for it.
pick. Keeper of the light.
And just keep waiting, I suppose.
There you go.
Until
You're
game
back.
2.
Perfect.
Happy to be here.
Hey.
Hey. We can.
What a fun start.
Yeah, like it's a rolling
Dire
start, a
team,
running start.
pick.
But I'm here now.
Ember Spirit.
Hopefully the draft is working for you.
It's all working.
Okay.
Now we're killing it. Speaking of which, I gave the little shout out at the start about our sponsors, Energy. I forgot that I got a couple more of them. A little hammock from
I
yesterday.
saw
so I'm gonna
that.
pop one of these guys open and
10
sort of
seconds
gobble it down.
remaining.
Happen. Man, Rubik Coddle Ember. Coddle Ember.
5
It's the new
seconds
hot.
remaining.
Yeah, we had talked about it yesterday.
Dire team
On
ban.
2 different games, and then they were picked on opposing teams, a different game, possibly as a denial pick, but we were just talking about the strength of the mid to late game double slight because of the cooldown reduction. Even though Coddle's Chakra Magic got nerfed in 7.25b, it's still enough time, it still perfectly stacks with the
Radiant
6-second
team
cooldown
ban.
of Sniff Fist. So still very strong, and it's if they want to send it safe lane, and that's been Fnatic's playbook over the past few days, is that their first phase will always have some flexibility. Right now, it's in this scope of their Ember Spirit either being a safe lane or a mid lane.
Radiant team,
Yeah,
pick.
I think it was it that was playing yesterday that looked. Miracle looked really good at the
Dire
start of
team,
the day.
pick.
I don't think they ended up winning that game. God. Hero? So they do like Coddle Bristle for the lane and then Coddle Ember for the game. That's kind of cool.
T1? Wait, which team was having Febby stand up? Oh, it was Geek.
That was TNC.
Oh, it was TNC.
10
right.
seconds remaining.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, but Bristleback has been popular with
5
multiple
seconds
teams.
remaining.
And I think it's almost a Southeast Asia thing, because I have not seen it.
Oh yeah, I have seen though, and you know,
Radiant team, pick.
differences in the meta. I have seen getting banned out first,
That's true. So,
which is kind of interesting to me.
us priority is the Bristol seems to be consistently banned out. I don't know if that's just like against Eyesight specifically, or it's just because so many melee heroes, so many melee strength heroes are popular right now. Probably part
10
of the reason why
seconds
Bristleback is
remaining.
proving to be relatively just because you never have to worry about
5 seconds
the lane
remaining.
counter there being a Slark. His second phase banned by Fnatic. Monkey King does not seem to be that popular. Ursa does not. Popular. Razor does not. It seems like Bristleback can just go unpunished.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like it. I think that Dart Road have to play against, right? Like it changes the way you look. Like big hulking mass of spines
Dire
running at your
team.
towers, running at you, and then like you kind of it feels like you're almost playing around a tower. Get too close, you're gonna get burned, and just and now they combo it together with the Dazzle. So this was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was like almost the exact same draft that we saw the other day, where it's like you have Bristleback that's there to like throw out a ton of damage, and then Dazzle is also around to like lower everybody's armor surrounding.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and they ended up picking up a. They had a Nyx Assassin.
5 seconds remaining.
So they had a Storm Spirit and a Nyx Assassin, which would be the two differences on Fnatic. They have an Ember Spirit instead of a Storm, which seems fine. And the Nyx Assassin was primarily picked because there was a Snapfire on Geek Fem's lineup, and there was the Ember Spirit on the Geek Fem lineup, which is another Nyx Assassin, very, very strong. And also maybe they just want to get rid of one of the options of break Bristleback, but I don't really think Fnatic can squeeze in a Nyx Assassin into this lineup. I imagine they're probably looking for a 4 size.
Yeah, it could be that. And I think that they'd be fine with that if you're Fnatic. Like, I am loving this draft that Fnatic has. But that being said, Reality Rift has always been this that has their own individual ideas of how they want to play. And I think Bane is one hero in particular that's kind of being slept on. a little bit
Okay.
throughout the regions. Like he's very strong on the stage. He's also one of the heroes that forces a lane matchup to actually happen. You can't do that like wave pull back behind the tower bull going on. You know what I'm saying? Like you keep that one away from there. So that's something that's a little bit nicer. And they're gonna take the Shadow Fiend with it. Huh.
They don't. I mean, so we already saw FNATIC run a DJ Ember Spirit, so they don't have to run Ember Spirit mid. And so Reality Rift are kind of picking this SF blindly, technically, but only because we've seen the flex potential from FNATIC. Most teams, we would see the Ember Spirit and be pretty guaranteed that that's the. But in this situation,
5 seconds
would
remaining.
not be surprised if they're like if Reality Rift don't ban a TA. I'm sure FNATIC would be more than happy to pick that up because there is no real answer to TA at all. On
The only thing though is that pushes Dazzle to the support role, which I don't think it
Dire team ban.
coddle. To me, that feels like a very weird. Reports like don't have any between them
That's true.
outside of ulti.
Yeah.
So they would have to take like a core that has a lot of play. And I think that Shadow Fiend has pretty good matchups against Ember and Bristle, heroes that likely to get raised. So that's
10
the only thing
seconds
about this
remaining.
this Shadow Fiend pick that I like is that it
5
guarantees you have
seconds
a pretty
remaining.
good lead. Or the draft from FNATIC is wonky and they figure out a way to make
Team
Jay a god
pick.
on Dad, which I'm sure wouldn't be hard to do.
yeah,
They banned
or,
the TA.
or they could even theoretically dazzle mid, but I don't go that desperate. I don't really consider it versus a shot. Reality Rift do ban out the TA though, so it's like they are respecting FNATIC's wonky capabilities and they're looking
10
for their
seconds
safe lane
remaining.
carry. Most likely going to be laning
5
against the
seconds
dazzle.
remaining.
That's the things that we don't know if FNATIC are going to be picking mid or an off lane or
Radiant team pick.
fourth position. So they pick a lifesteal. Who's the hero we haven't seen at all yesterday? I don't know if you've seen lifestealer during the first 2 days at all.
I don't think so. He has played in some.
I'm assuming that's just comfort, because there doesn't seem to be like any real good reason to pick one.
10 seconds
You're
remaining.
okay against Bristleback just because you don't necessarily get kited by the goo as much as some
5
other
seconds
melee heroes
remaining.
would, because you have rage, but you can't kill Bristleback very easily. They can get a grip from a long ways away that he's not getting tanking quill sprays, because otherwise there is not really many ways to force a Bristleback to look in a certain direction. We've been seeing Axe as one of the answers. We saw Lich as one of the answers. I think Coddle is even occasionally seen as an answer, and slash denial pick, just to make sure that Bristleback does not get to back all the carries who are trying to kill him. I am assuming that it's primarily just to come. Verdant.
Well, and I think that's the one of the big things to watch for. Get Quap, so they are going to swap it up.
Select your heroes.
Actually, it's probably going to be the DJ Ember, isn't it? Okay. All right. So yeah, Moon plays the Quap DJ Ember. He did this the other day, and he looked real freaking good on it. How good of a matchup is that? The Shadow Fiend. Lafferty's a god. The other thing that I would mention about the Lace is he's kind of inhabits that weird role now. A carry that also is not a defensive support necessarily, but has some save potential with best that comes out. That's kind of cool. Well, I've seen a couple of nice moments.
Yeah, against the thing is that I really like the Queen pick because it
10 seconds
adds a lot of
remaining.
burst that Fnatic may have otherwise been lacking. Because technically,
5 seconds
usually whenever
remaining.
teams are against something like a Bristleback, the fight kind of takes a while, and Lifestealer infesting into like a Shadow Fiend allows them to not only run away with the more move speed, but gets that regen. The only thing is that whenever you have to deal with burst damage like a Queen of Pain, you don't really get the luxury of use infest like a Shell Grave to save someone at the last second. You kind of have to predict it really far. Otherwise the Sonic Wave may come out or Scream may. I like the Queen of Pain pick a lot. The only thing is, again, we'll have to see how strong the Ember Spirit Dazzle will be. Last time, what was... Ember Spirit... Was that not FNATIC? I thought it was FNATIC.
That was FNATIC. FNATIC versus...
It wasn't with the Dazzle, it was with the Nature's Prophet. That's what they landed with. So the way that I said that it worked is because Nature's Prophet is already such a strong laner by himself that if you put any other hero with it, which in this case it was a 4-position Ember Spirit, obviously the lane's going to win. In this case, it's going to be a Dazzle, who is not quite as strong of a laner as a Nature's Prophet would be, but still very strong against a melee lifestealer. So I still think that this Ember Spirit's going to be pretty farmed. Please go for the same Mirror Hammer build that we saw. But I have a lot of...
Dude, he's definitely gonna do it. Are you kidding me? We don't see a Meteor Hammer on DJ. I'm gonna lose.
Good.
It'd be amazing.
That's what I like to hear.
So he's going these boots first with the tangos. Bane. Alright, I missed. That was the last one. I'm sorry. Last one. Never again. Nope. I feel like if you're Bane right now. He liked it a lot. That is the haha emote is coddle himself. Oh, he took brain sap though. Well, I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Bright and breezy.
You have the potential to set up for a kill here. XY, he's gonna move, get a couple of retaliate. I did see a centaur one time do this without retaliate skill.
Dude, maybe that's like the mind games, because then they're like, oh, we can get the bounty runes now because he's skilled up retaliate, and then boom, hoof stomp stun, and you're like, what? He tanked the tower.
Yeah, that's the real dream right there, and that just like it would tilt you so badly. I'm sure. Ice, he's got himself the headdress already. Yeah, I guess that because that skills up the brain sap right there, he's not going to be able to come over and contest to like stop the wave pulls that come from Jay. That being said, taking Nightmare level 1 kind of sucked anyways, so it's probably not.
Yeah, I guess it just means that Nuts is actually going to be like, he doesn't really care if someone cuts the wave, he just wants to make sure that his lifestealer can fumble it.
Off against each other, gets the blinding light pushback, which effectively try and pull him in. Potential cliffers here. Vic and Vic only having that fade bolt level. Jay. Here to trade right clicks with, like 7 base damage isn't bad. He's got 2 armor gains, like way better with it.
Yeah, Bane,
crazy.
It's just like one of the most intimidating. Like, this is what you were saying, that it's just such a strong laner. That I agree that he's kind of overrated right now a little bit. He is kind of slow, and it's not just because he's lacking boots, but also he's like very, very level dependent on his swords. And so you're willing to enable Bane, that's not really worth it just for strong lane presence.
Yeah, I agree. I need to get it somewhat later in the draft than you would other times, because there are a lot of things with them. Sounds really annoying. They get level 2 usage of chains onto Nuts. Back to
Like, again, I think all his cares about is just making sure that Drew is farmed comfortably, which so far he is. Actually, kind of aggressive. Take inside the size. He's got tangos and fairy fires. I'm curious what his build is going to do this game. You're laning up against a bristleback or not laning up against bristleback, but you're going to be against bristleback and a dazzle with a lot of minus armor, and so far he has the armor queued up. I think that's a good idea, and I think he can go for like a Maelstrom or Radiant this game. He just needs to start continuously building armor. Hopefully someone on his team maybe gets a dazzle or a solar crest as well.
yeah. Well, and hypothetically you could see like Shadowfiend go right click or get like AC or something for himself and help. But yeah, I like the idea of sort of tanking survive through it because damage, like it feels like it might end up falling off later, right? You bristleback, or you've got swap, so it's like it's sort of I don't know, it's like a cap to it, right? It's not super like right click spell damage.
It was very important who had stronger turnaround potential, stronger comeback potential, and in this game, it's definitely possible that Reality Rift have that stronger comeback. There, like you said, is a cap and a limit on how strong FNATIC can get before they start falling off a bit.
He's dead? Oh man, and they give the first blow to DJ. That is big. Enabling the Ember this much. He's got 600 golds on top of boots already.
Turns super fast.
You know, I will mention a lot of talk has been sort of going around, it feels like, of these streaks and what's going on, and we saw a ton of those comebacks that we saw just the other day in the 3 best of 3s. There were at least 2 of them that was like or something like that. Afterwards I was tweeting about it, and Knoxville put out a tweet that was saying that this match actually has, or this match rather, has one of the highest ratios of like matches to comebacks out of any. It's like the 3rd highest for the and that's just based on like the ratio of games played to our comeback. And a lot of it has to be about that kill streak thing. So I'm thinking about like giving a lot of kills to DJ, giving a lot of kills to any supports that have the potential to die. It's really dangerous nowadays.
Yeah, it's more of a liability almost to have the unimportant heroes, so to speak, get the long streaks, because they're also more likely to just randomly die because they're gonna build BKBs and stuff like that, as not taking a bit of abuse from Dazzle and Ember.
Pushed him up, blinding lighted him into the Ancients. Does look like he might get this kill on Courier, not quite gonna be there in time. Got another bomb light pushback, but troubled. Lifted, stomp, connecting, a couple more punches. That's done.
Die.
Hopefully 23 Savage can face cold creeps. I think he's just gonna try to cut them off to make sure that Centaur can't steal this entire wave, but he's just gonna kill the entire wave in between the tier 2. And actually inadvertently ends up stacking Ancients for FNATIC.
Okay. That's cool.
He's gonna like that.
No, meanwhile, Trouble trying to go for the deny. Not gonna happen. DJ, up that streak. Be careful, buddy.
Oh wow, he went for the arcane boots instead. So I guess he's not really gonna roam around too much. I think he and the Dazzler are just gonna keep on bullying this Bane and Lifestealer. Which at this point, like the advantage of having Bane in lane has kind of fallen off. He's got 2 points in brain stab, but you're against a lane matchup that also heals itself automatically. So a Dazzle 2 points in Shadow Wave is more than happy to trade with the Bane.
This is really interesting though, because like this is what we saw the other day from his Ember was he was up after he got the urn, but because they can apply this much pressure to Drew, like I'm wondering if Drew just think about heading off to the jungle or something, because he's not going to be able to get that much out of this lane.
Yeah, he has 3 points. It's not really that big of a sacrifice for him to move over. I think the only problem is that no one can really take over this lane. If he leaves, then no one's going to be in the lane. Centaur can't do it. Shadow doesn't want to do it. And any of the supports that show up, like, I don't even know if they'll be able to stay in experience range even. So I think he's just kind of the only person capable of staying here. Maybe he's not able to stay here. He's just continuously getting bullied out.
Yeah, like this is just with Ice here. Like that's not even with DJ running around. Moon in the meantime, take a little walk. Yeah, but checking for any stacks at ward where Alacrity is eventually going to review. Setting up for a future kill. Keep eyes on that.
Closed in on by December.
Super duper easy. And see that kill over for 23 Savage to get. Wow, nice gives a little ring around the rosy. Extra damage out there onto Drew, and now with DJ showing back up again, they got to be careful.
I think this ward spotted him out. Hopefully Drew can get caught by surprise.
That was Well, he still has the rage anyways. Doesn't mean that Drew's able to hold off rage. He can stay here a little bit. Lanes going off one. World 23 Savage gonna get taken down by the DD Alacrity Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of radiant division in the bot left, and yet that still happens. Like this, yeah, I don't really know how Alacrity managed to slip by all words and managed to kill 23-7.
This pull back in, hustle, go down. Oh, that's unfortunate there. Now DJ, he has to be careful. Doesn't have any points up in Flame Guard at all. And this is a DDSF.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Light the fist as well as the chains. So a couple quick, good rotations and Alacrity. Able to get 3 kills with one of the
Bottom tower is being subjected to extreme violence.
I guess that does count as a kill technically.
right? Does he get souls?
Yeah, he does. But I don't think he gets hero souls. I think he...
Radiant's bottom tower
he just
is
gets like
under
a
attack.
unit's worth, but I'm not actually sure.
Has that ever been cause for celebration?
He has full soul.
Yeah, he does.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, Nuts starts heading down to the bot lane. And they're taken off the coffle.
Radiant's bottom
More stacks
tower
going on.
is
Bristleback just took
subjected
up
to extreme
Ancients.
violence.
Jay moving into trying to get the slight chains off onto Hustler. Throws out the Sonic Wave. Like DJ almost going down, but Alacrity go for it.
Yeah, well, the E phase was on cooldown. I wonder if in the meanwhile, I think TP to the tier 1 because that rotation was this. He should have been able to triple raise, but his E-raise was on the second cooldown. 10-minute coming up soon. We'll see if there's any outpost challenges. So far, it's still 1-1. Ice's position's like gonna stay that way.
Quickly enough.
Dude, there's so
4 heroes.
many defensive radiant wards. I'm very surprised. This one down here is gonna come out now, but there were 3 wards on their own side of the
Well, I think it kind of, I don't know. Actually, I don't know about that one. Maybe they think that like we can just farming up. I guess, you know, we're talking about the sort of late game reality rift, but if you have a position for Emperor's hot start like this, I don't know if you actually do have a better late game on. Particularly if you're like behind. Lifestealer really just not been able to have a great game so far.
Has that ever been
The only
for celebration?
reason I'm not as encouraged is because Lifestealer is just a good matchup against this 4-position Ember. There's not much that he needs to be afraid of. The Meteor Hammer combo is not going to be that big of a concern. Spear Vessel's not going to be that big of a and even the Roots won't be that big of a concern. He invests into a Siege Tree. Go for it as Shab's trying to take this outpost and make pay for with it.
Attacked like nobody's business.
But yeah, very, very strong team.
In a stunning
This is the main power spike for Bristleback, so
Playing with fire a little bit up here. I guess that with the rest of his team acting as that and yeah, this Bane, like you're talking about, it's sort of very strong in the lane stage, kind of turning into a bit of a liability here as we get some of the Fiend's grip stuff, but he keeps Fiend's gripping the bristle.
yeah.
Like, that's the play.
It's the only thing that they can
Radiant's
do to
middle
make the
tower
face
is
a
under
direction,
attack.
though. So that's why
Yeah,
he has no
it's true.
choice, because anything else, the Bristle's just going to keep dancing around the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's not going to do a whole heck of a lot of damage. Shadow Fiend can't get
Dyer's
raises properly
structures are
off, and so
fortified.
Bane kind of
They are
has to
looking quite
tank it.
robust.
And even though the Fiend script itself as a disable isn't going to be that good, to force him in a certain way.
Jay showing up, finding one. Silence, dead. Did make it before it went down all the way for somebody, but Hustler is off on the other side.
It is
Way out of
with
the
emotion that I
as well. Back towards mid lane. 23 Savage. Nah, he can't get him.
Dude, Drew's just like cutting the wave with 4 Fnatic heroes down here. What a boss.
This guy's a play. He knows what's up. Take over
He's gonna
mid.
cut mid? Yeah, I think.
No, he's gonna farm.
Oasis of fear.
Well, may be able to cut bottom, but at least for the moment, it is mid where they're going to be trying to take down this tower. Be careful. It is still nearby if they want to use it. So much damage over time coming out. Alacrity standing tall right in the middle of all of them. Point to open up onto Ice. The big bold jump, able to find that finish. Gets the kill there. Can they find any more? They got the actually they have to walk around the other side of it. They've already lost the Bristleback and the Dazzle. Now if you're Fnatic, you need to get the hell out of here.
What a pretty what a great debut of the Shadow Blade. He was waiting for his moment. Ice inadvertently walks right into his waiting arms and face tanks a full Requiem all by himself. And without the Dazzle, then all of a sudden the Bristleback becomes that much more vulnerable. Forget the Grave, but even the extended team fight of being able to constantly Shadow Wave him, have that mech aura, and I think they had already used the mech active, but hello, Fortune on Bane.
Got him caught for the moment, trying to run him down, and Nuts, it's deniable, but I think that there's still maybe chance, possibly. Oh, he's dead. He's super dead. I thought he was TP'ing for a second. I was like, oh, maybe that'll work. I don't know. See the odds right now favoring Fnatic. Graves are so funny.
Yeah, I don't know why the Ice keeps doing it so early. That's no burst damage on the side of Reality Rift. At most, it's triple rates.
It's for bad.
You should be able to
juju,
react.
I think it's bad juju. The reason
he's doing really worth -2 armor to blow a 37 seconds cooldown.
I mean, probably not. But, you know, nice. Gonna do what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I think if he got like 4 points in it, it'd be like way more worth it.
Yeah, I'd totally be down for that. But at level 1, I think it's a bit overeager.
19 net mark. It's 1,000 gold lead as they finish off Roche and holding onto both outposts. Reality Rift needing to find some way to get their footing in this game. Never felt like they've really been on top of it. Now, some of this is just the laning stage, not the way that they wanted, but whatever the case, the best that they've got is this Alacrity Shadow Blade, which they don't know about. So you're going to be seeing Fnatic show up with the sentries, I would imagine.
Let's see if Ice is interested. So far, he's finishing up the Greaves, but this kind of justifies the idea of going for a level 3 Necrobook and trying to track.
Outpost.
That'll be a 1-to-1.
No outpost.
Dire's middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it works. Drift, fine. Else.
Radiant's courier has been
It
slain.
is smoked and should realize. Oh my god,
behind.
you see him?
Doesn't have any detection. Smoke up on. See a courier? Will he kill it? No. Bigger. Pops.
Chase the Found Moon. Realizes. Now they see deep. Oh god, this is what's bad. It's so bad. This one's so bad. Oh, poor Hustler. Dead now. Yeah, he's going down. Frustrating, for sure.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Moon.
Don't get to farm anything. You get to do anything. Alacrity.
Wait.
Going for it. He wants it. He wants it real bad. Requiem. He's not getting it up right. Oh god. Nice. That central right over there. So I think they saw him in that direction. They found KYXY. It's a little bit of indecision, a little bit of not quite in the right position. Nuts, he has his ulti if they want to use it. Jack's running away to the other side. He's hanging on for the moment. Nuts can't go for this. He sees the Will-O-Wisp. Now he has it, but the Lion Light pushback means he just has to grip the gobble. And that's not going to be enough. Orchid to break it. Dude, like, it's so hard to play Bane against this gobble.
Very nice. Dire's structures.
I mean, there are potential in the slight chains is also a really long range way to do it.
It doesn't cancel it.
Tower has fallen.
Oh, you're
Rudy Root.
You're right. Yeah.
Proper term for it.
Well, whatever the case, it's very yeah. It's like this is not my fun Bane game for sure.
Duck Sooty, nice fun. Oh, silence, no! Oh god, runaway life stealer. He's in a little bit. Okay, he's fine now. What's the illusion rest? Pop. He's thinking.
FNATIC are just so stacked right now.
They don't really feel that under pressure, but yeah, the spike wave is there for Rubik if they want to use it, but will not save KYXY. On the other side of the map, like Alacrity just now TP's back in. Sleep put it over on the other side. Alacrity
has a BKB. Really wants that Requiem initiation.
That's too scary. All right, turn now on to Moon. Way to go for it. Sonic Blade finds the kill. Also the fear. They take down the Bristle, but it's only one time. Can they get him a second time? No Moon for this fight. Side he doesn't have much. There's a 4-step in range, but it's not going to be there. And Ice Sight actually blinked in aggressively. Dude, you cast that ability so many times. How are you gonna not grave now?
I don't think it made too much of a difference because I don't think that there was that many Quill Spray stacks, but he did end up suiciding basically just to attempt to grave. So, yeah, wow, fantastic turnaround for Reality Rift. They managed to catch FNATIC going way too aggressive. That Queen of Pain blinks in, Alacrity ready to BKB Requiem, and the second life of Bristleback is just completely wasted.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Look at these.
Radiant's
grass.
Let's come back
just, baby. It really is.
Glowing.
Like, at least in terms of experience, it's pretty pronounced.
How many sprees ended? So an 8x spree goes the way of the Rubik. The Bristleback.
The Moon.
Yeah, I think it was just the Queen of Pain actually.
Yeah.
That's surprising. I thought it was more streaks, but that was the only one. So not as big.
DJ got out.
Oh, that's true. DJ didn't
DJ
get
got out. Although he doesn't there actually. I don't know. It's so crazy. Like, I guess they weren't leading that much. They didn't even get a tier 3 tower. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking right there. That was insane. It just like ran in one by one with no ultimates. Like, all right, this will be fine, I'm sure. Regardless, Reality Rift getting some life indeed.
So quick shout out to Ice Ice's neutral bad shot. Trusty Shovel's one of the best neutral items on Dazzle because bad Juju reduces the cool. So he's holding on to that. He has 6 TP scrolls. I imagine he's probably been picking up a handful of bounty runes as well. Great neutral item.
Well, they're walking high ground with no vision. A dangerous proposition, even at the best of times. They take down that ward, spot him over on the other side of it. They get 23 Savage. BKB is there, thinking about going for the Requiem. Cancels it out afterwards, though. And the Fiend Script just gonna walk right on top of him. Oh, the Will-O-Wisp, that keeps him alive. And now 23 Savage turns to fight. Alacrity gonna go for this. But Moon is on top of him with the BKB. The Bristleback is there as well. And in the end, they will lose that engagement. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, part of them losing that high ground fight was because I don't think that they knew that Shadow Fiend had his BKB completed. I mean, they saw it because it was that fight, but they didn't really see the power of it. So that BKB reveal was critical because, as you saw during the fight, as soon as Alacrity pops the BKB, everyone evacuates.
Oh, and unfortunately, KYXY just getting that repair kit as the tier 3 tower finished. He was switching it into his inventory. Think about the silencer onto 2. So much minus armor. He's going to be dealt out there. Bristleback still living through this. Not too afraid at all. Drew is caught. His armor is dropping so rapidly. And, well, one last time, Ian is going to scream in his ear to find that kill as well. The repair kit tier 4 towers for some reason. But that doesn't work.
But you don't get the multi shot, which it's not an active tower.
Well, no, if it's not a tower, you don't get it on a kit anymore.
Wait, what? Really? The tooltip says you go to shot attacks.
Yeah, pretty sure you don't anymore. It's okay. It's in beta. Yeah, because I think that it says it on the effect, but it doesn't say it on the item itself anymore. Yeah, it says it on this one.
Right.
Dire's top tower
definitely excessive. And at this point, Dazzle has the maxed out shallow, so I'm more than happy for him to spend it on high HP targets just to get more bad juju because they're just so minus armor.
Alacrity trying to run, hide, and get away from here. He doesn't want to be here anymore. They get the last Yeah. Actually, just gonna back out here. I thought they were gonna go for the final range tracks, but like, feeling confident to just retreat, wait for the next stage. Just Roche will respond in 5 seconds away. See if it's a quick one or if it's a bit longer. But right now, FNATIC would be fairly confident just walking into the pit. 14 seconds. That's a quick one.
That's very fortunate for. They could challenge it. Reality Rift. They have the BKB and the Rec on Alacrity. They have Stampede.
Are under attack.
And it's not like their lanes are massively pushed in, and so I think it's in their best interest to challenge this, but the hard part is just managing to make their way over to the river to even get some vision down.
They're gonna scan Roche right now, and just checked Roche. Now Moon's gonna walk back in, check it a second time. It's like, hey, it's there. Bristol had just checked it a second ago. Now they realize that they can go for that if they want to. The unfortunate thing is that Reality Rift had just scanned that area. If FNATIC go for this fight or not. Yeah, they're just gonna walk right in. Ice is like, whatever, we can do it.
Confident enough walk into the pit. There's no vision whatsoever. They feel so scared. I don't think they win the game if they don't take the Roche. Okay, they're smoking up now.
Should realize. Fortunate thing is that scan hit like a second before Moon went in. Now they just get Roche, and reality feels so terrible right now if you're them. Though maybe they can set up for like some type of a fight over here on this ward that they've got. This is probably their best chance that they've got, because even holding high ground isn't really going to work that well. Alacrity could go out for a Silver Edge. You're just like,
the thing is,
okay, that's not great. Oh, Willow Twist on. Okay, possibly a chance. Gotta jump in. Coddle is down low, but Grave living for the moment. KY and XY. They turn on to Boone and kill off the Queen of Pain as well. Buyback comes out from the quap. BKB. Oh, but Disarm came out beforehand. DJ. One. They are continuing the chase. Pops his dust, turns to fight. They get the chains onto one. Alacrity trying to run away, but it is not looking like it is going to happen. Broken, turned around upon, and killed off.
They're just going to go for
pain.
Towards no buyback available on the Shadow Fiend. Definitely worth the buyback on the Queen of Pain. True.
Radiant's
His
structures
damnedest to slow down the tier 2 push, but they're just going to end the game.
There's not really a whole lot that you can do here. Drew trying to get out.
Run!
Oh, he's
Run!
Radiant's courier has
Look at that creep go. 541 move speed.
But what a hero. Well, in the meantime, he's just gonna die here. Doesn't quite look like it. If they can get into range with Drew, no, he just runs away. Ice is continuing to be a pest. The Blink Greaves, Holy Locket, man won't stop digging for nobody.
Shadow Fiend, even though he is down 2 Raxes, technically that means that he's going to be able to pick up the souls quicker from his top and mid lane, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. This Dragon Scale Aegis Bristleback is past the point of no return.
Does not have the heroes that they need to try and deal with this right now, and punch into him a few more times, but they hit. Broken. Ray's not going to be on the mark. Rooted for the second, and Moon getting ready to jump in, holding on for that Orchid, not opting to go for it yet. Does have the cheese. Done. The Grave is there though, and she's got cheese afterwards. Moon's going to be fine here. She jumps away, jumps in with DJ also over onto Hustler. Will-O-Wisp down. Ooh, trying to punch DJ. Keeps making up another round. And another hit from that Will-O-Wisp as KYX holding the Stealer inside of him. Just trying to not lose the. I think to the end, it is not going to matter. Audible gets creeped again. And now he's just trying to walk away. Has a glimmer. Does he live? No. Meanwhile, SF, he's also going to die. The GG's been like all the way. We knew it was coming. It was just too much. Oh!
He went to snap at the very end. It's a moral victory.
Exactly. Neil, that was kind of a beatdown.
It was.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
No.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful people out there in the Dota 2 world. We are here
Radiant
for game
team
number 2.
ban.
FNATIC facing off Reality Rift. Lyrical, Tsunami, 2 casters for this one. How you doing, my man?
Great. Fantastic. Right.
Wonderful. That enthusiasm. We're going to give a quick little shout out to our wonderful sponsors. Right over there next to Neil, Monster Energy, keeping us energized throughout the late evenings here. And of course, Loot.bet, the
10
official betting
seconds
sponsor of the
remaining.
Pro Series.
Dire team pick.
Us if you want. Nope, I'm not going to put that up. We're just going to go straight to the draft, actually.
Let's do it.
Oh my goodness gracious, we got one.
No coddle ban.
Radiant team
I feel like past 2 days. After the past 2 days, I think the hero that I've been impressed with the most in terms of you can slap it into anything, any draft. You can always first phase it because it's never bad. Is coddle. And the other takeaway I think is that Bristle is very, very quickly on the come up because I've seen multiple approaches to beating Bristle.
10 seconds remaining.
Most of them have not been working. Partly because FNATIC have been picking it. FNATIC are just
5
really, really
seconds
good.
remaining.
But I also think that there just aren't good carry-to-carry matchups for Bristleback, assuming that a team is good at ending the game quickly.
Radiant team.
I have not seen a Bristleback have to have a game past 40 minutes, and so it maybe that be the point that Bristleback starts falling off. But so far, if you're trying to go fast, the Bristle seems to be like...
Yeah, it's definitely quite strong. Should mention that last game was first phase by FNATIC, so
10 seconds
through
remaining.
this time Reality Rift. Like
5 seconds remaining.
that banned.
They banned AA, Beastmaster, Terrorblade. Oh, so they didn't ban a Phoenix. Yeah.
Dire team
Okay.
pick.
So what?
I guess they didn't get the root. It's a weird one. They're gonna take Shadow Demons.
Yeah, it was all the same bands from. Seems to be really targeting DJ between the Shaker and the Nyx and a little bit of Ice.
10 seconds remaining.
But they go in a different direction. They don't open with the Coddle.
5
instead,
seconds
they will open up
remaining.
with the Shadow Demon Centaur, which is another strong opening. I think during the very end of the Starlight or Minor Aster had this as their opening. We were all very encouraged to see what would happen in Los Angeles and to see if that trend would continue with this opening, but didn't end up happening. But we will see a slight resurgence. There's some technical difficulties, I suppose, would be like the vaguest way of saying that.
We're all dealing with it. Okay, well, Shadow Demon starts pretty cool. You got some good saves, some good runaway. What a sick combo. But Shadow Demon, one of the cooler answers to this, just drop that.
Shadow amazing against Oracle. Go on, you can explain.
Well, just the thing, the Purifying Flames purged off as the
10 seconds remaining.
Can't get any heals, and you have like the burst.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but yeah. Vessel won't even work, salving someone won't work.
Radiant team.
And also very good against Death Prophet, because Death Prophet is a common Yules builder, and Demonic Purge, if you cast it on someone, then they can't Yules themselves. It'll immediately get cancelled because Shadow Demon's ult works the way that the Nullifier works. It's constantly dispelling, and so very, very surprising. Really the only thing is that Oracle will be able to put Shadow Poison in lane, which could be nice.
10 seconds remaining.
And the Retaliate buff, I suppose, which could also be nice.
5
Aside of that,
seconds
Oracle
remaining.
does not seem particularly strong.
Yeah, it's a curious if we end up seeing that. Tries the 4-staff when they're purged.
Yeah.
Radiant team.
Change that 4-staff got now. Can't do it
Have
anymore.
you seen any nullifiers yet? I have not seen a single nullifier.
Which blows my mind, because I feel like that item is so good now. But I guess there's other, like, people are just buying Rapier if they want damage.
Yeah.
Have some of their.
I mean, no one was even really buying a nullifier for the damage in the first place. They were buying it purely for the mute.
10 seconds.
So,
team.
like, who even builds a nullifier? Like, how could you excuse a build to be like, okay, yeah, now would be a good time to get a bunch of damage and get what is effectively like a support item?
I was thinking like an Ursa. Like an Ursa, it sounds, because then, or like any of those melee stay on top of them.
But then wouldn't
you know
you
what I
get
mean?
an Abyssal?
Well, but then you can't force staff them. That's the bonus of it,
seconds
right?
remaining.
So like, there's no way to
Yeah.
stop somebody from getting on top of that
5
person.
seconds remaining.
It has to be like as a late. But to me, that feels as
Radiant
the
team
answer. Is
pick.
that it's an answer to force.
I go in a somewhat predictable direction with Fnatic. They pick up the Lycan, which slowly is sliding on to later and later phases. I feel like EU and NA are still first phase banning this hero, but SEA are kind of content letting it go through. Reality Rift,
10 seconds
Underlord,
remaining.
which again, like, I don't necessarily see the
5
combo
seconds
potential with an
remaining.
Oracle. As a hero itself, it's fine. Provides some wave clear against Lycan, who has a great many units. Obviously, the Pit of Malice's value, but I don't know. I'm still very curious why they first phased this one.
I think that it's just the Oracle deep, which isn't like the best answer. It's an answer, I guess. Because the other thing about it is that even if you have the heals come out from Oracle, at least stop her death for a little while. Damage, not for like ever,
Right.
but at some.
Yeah, and it's possible that Reality Rift seemed to be doing their own thing. They picked the Life Stealer last game, despite it not necessarily being that great. Here, Fnatic first phase banning the Death Prophet for a reason, and so if this is just comfort for them, then go for it. I'm fine with it. It's just that I want to see at least a few more synergies rather than just G with this support, because it's all the support who doesn't really have a stun, and that was a slight problem for Reality Rift last time, because Bane also does not really have it does between Nightmare and Fiend's Grip, but not like the way that I don't know, Lion
Dire
would.
team pick.
Elder Titan.
Ow. So they take the any extra magic with this. Oh, that Underlord. Guess that they down on. Well, the thing that's weird about this is I normally think about ET
10 seconds
to like
remaining.
high stats pros.
Like similar all day.
5 seconds remaining.
Right, but then the other way that you play it, if there isn't one immediately
Radiant
readily
team
there in front of you,
ban.
like in this type of a game, take it as an answer. Maybe they just knew they were going to pick.
Yeah, because I think it's an answer to a lot of units, which there wasn't like a Broodmother or a Lycan on the enemy team, but now you just gave a bunch of units to an Elder Titan to get a bunch of Astral Spirit damage off of.
Dude, are they just like living inside of their head? Is that what's
10
happening right now?
seconds remaining.
FNATIC are like, pick that, so we're gonna.
5 seconds
What do
remaining.
we do now?
Okay, it's not even that great against Centaur, because Centaur also gets free retaliate stacks off of illusions attacking him, so if PL lances Centaur, then the lance illusion is just going to give Centaur a bunch of retaliate stacks.
Yeah, it's not a, it's a tough one.
And very common Crimson Guard builder. PL, I don't know, is he gonna get like Ags and try to chase down Lycan constantly or something? I'm very surprised with this. For what it's worth, I will say that Lycan's not great at dealing with Phantom
Dire
Lancer.
team back.
Phantom Lancer's also not great at dealing with Lycan, so...
Yeah, it's well, I think that this type of a draft feels for me like Reality Rift is run and fez or try and take down building, let PL FNATIC go for like that.
Yeah.
Somebody that can keep
10
make sure that you
seconds remaining.
can't or
5 seconds remaining.
like sort of match the tempo. It's a little bit annoying against Oracle because like mitigates all of that magical damage. So, I don't know.
But I do like the idea of there being like a mid-game rotating mid. I would be okay with the Kanka. Storm Spirit also, we saw Moon play a fantastic Storm Spirit yesterday. I don't really think the only thing is DP Silence could be a little bit concerning, but the Pit of Malice and the Oracle's Fortune's End are not really strong enough to discourage. Also, a surprisingly non-flexible draft from FNATIC. This is a pretty cut and dry. You know where everyone's gonna go for it, which.
Wait till you see Ice Ice Shadow Demon. Guys.
For a brief period of time, everyone was trying mid because the SD Ags was induced, but that's gonna be the case. Man, also, they're picking PL into a Shadow Demon also, which is also not great because you're just gonna get doppelgangered by yourself. As soon as you finish your own Diffusal Blade, it's gonna be used against your own team.
I really like the
team
FNATIC
pick.
first 4 picks.
Yeah.
Whatever this pick. I just need something like gives them a little extra, like starting the team. Puck available? I'd love to see FNATIC puck.
Yeah. Reality Rift need a 4 position. Piranha.
10 seconds remaining.
Puck wouldn't be bad for Reality Rift either. Something to keep Lycan under
5
control.
seconds remaining.
Discourage people from running out
Radiant
with a
team
stampede.
pick.
Queen of Pain.
Oh, puck. Just take it. This is the ultimate puck. I swear. I am going to lose my mind. This is definitely a puck game.
Can you
%.
first explain to me where this Death and Queen of Pain
10
will be
seconds
laning?
remaining.
So I think it's going to be a DP kid, and we've seen
5
some of the
seconds
DP
remaining.
regions. Yes, that's the thing.
Choose your
big
hero,
puck,
my
why?
good friend.
But it's such a good puck. Whatever. I trust Moon. That dude knows.
It's the Death Prophet.
This is something that people have been. Spirit Siphon is so that you can like zone it and
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
It's just the they're against the Banish, and so as soon as Hustla uses a Siphon charge on Centaur, either Shadow Demon will banish the Death Prophet or banish the Centaur. It does seem reasonable. It's just like in this draft, I don't really see why. I also see that like a mid Death Prophet would have been fairly good.
10 seconds
She gets an
remaining.
Aghanim Scepter, would have been pretty good at keeping Lycan.
5 seconds remaining.
One Crypt Swarm would probably kill off a bunch of his units. So I'm very surprised that they opted instead go for a mid Queen of Pain, especially when it wasn't 22nd pick. If they had last pick and it's like a huge curveball for Fnatic to be like, oh, it's actually a for Death Prophet, then I can kind of understand it. But in this case, they picked the Queen of Pain, and Fnatic still had the luxury of picking whatever mid matchup they did. So
Yeah. No, I agree. It's not like the ideal, but I think that so the idea behind the support Death Prophet that I've heard from that you like basically just get levels on hero passively. You're able to get through the laning stage okay. And once you get level 6, you rotate and you just start taking towers because you don't really need that much more than that. Have a pretty act early on. That's kind of the idea behind it. I don't know if it's necessarily like the world, but you know, see how it goes. In the past, some of these other games, this game you don't have that other control or anything like that. See how it goes.
So I guess she's gonna be laying up against Lycan. I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see how it works, but like even on paper, it doesn't seem like this is a great game for it. The concept seems sound. Against the heroes that she's laning up against, I see the headdress.
You really should prepare for battle.
Now shall the battle turn. Now.
I think there's like something also to that idea of, okay, we're just going to be like, we're coming in, it's going to be a flex pick there, and they're like, oh, we don't really like, so I guess we're just going to go because like, or it's easier, like they could have chosen either one depending upon which way. We have seen like support cloth. I don't know.
Go ahead. Just try to take that.
Definitely. What are my odds looking at here?
I already clicked on it earlier and it was looking fairly close. Let's see.
Close, really? Whoa. Okay.
Well, that was before the draft finished.
I mean,
want to say
still though, like after seeing game one, I'm surprised that Reality Rift is still considered close. But all right, I respect it.
Fnatic
30 seconds to battle.
1.39, Reality Rift.
Oh,
So
I see.
yeah, it's still
Are
it's
those
close.
little people down there? Wonderful what they can do these days.
Drop down.
Yeah,
Hide
he
here?
specifically waited because there was a wolf chilling right here. So 23 Savage was trying to see if there was a ward, but he saw that Alacrity still had it in his input.
This is it. The battle begins.
The other, and it looks like it's off the other thing that you do end up getting now, a ton of tower push with the pick over the puck. Like obviously you had a good amount of it with 20 Savage on the Lycan, but kind of have two split pushy type of heroes now, or just like heroes that take the fight is done.
Yeah, and it's very safe push from, and like they don't have much control on the side of Reality Rift. This Queen of Pain has to rely so much on mainly just the Underlord, because no one else is going to keep units still. The Death Prophet Silence is not really going to be that effective because most of these team fights are going to start out with a pre-shapeshifted 23 Savage running in, Stampede being used for initiation, and then escape. I'm being very negative about the support Death Prophet, but I'm more than willing to be proven wrong.
It's okay. It's not terrible. It's not great though either. It's like the biggest thing about it is just the
Dyer's
depth
courier.
bone. You end up getting your courier snipe. That's not great.
That's just Elder Titan things. I'm not going to blame DP for that one.
But yeah, the biggest thing about it is just getting that level 6 at a timing. Like you look at her, she's got 3 armor. She's got pretty good base damage. Double melee lane here, so she can kind of harass pretty heavily. That part's amazing. So far, good for Fnatic. EL is a little bit behind in terms of got offside here. getting shut out. It looks okay. They're able to hit the stun onto Alacrity.
Props to Hustle for at least consistently blocking out wall camp to make sure jabs can't get easy full spirit. And then she keeps walking into it to block it, even though jabs had this entry ward to make sure it can get blocked. But
Ladies and
I guess that's one
gentlemen,
advantage.
Dire's
Relatively fast
courier
hero,
has been
317 move speed.
Courier kill also on there. Frustrating. Nuts. A bit careful. Not the risky there with Mr. Nuts. Walk away. Okay.
Sorry. The way you phrased that was...
Mr. Nuts.
Well, he's just doesn't want to get frisky with the nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I want to die.
That's a great line. That one and the one that we heard yesterday from Disruptor. They're trying to kill me. Those are quality support lines.
Yeah, I think so. He interrupted the stack that was going on there, I think, as well. Side here. Jay is going to be a couple of other creeps away. Very passive here. Get some people. Max, KYXY, my man. Get out of there. You're in some trouble now. Big bad ET man wants to punch you down dead, and he will. Easy.
Well, can't help wonder if a different type of form position would have been able to prevent that, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking gibberish.
Look at him. He's gonna spirit siphon him. Hustle's gonna kill Jabs right.
I'm waiting.
Mid lane Alacrity. Cumber. It's out before things get too testy.
Yeah, I haven't been able to look at this mid lane much. Seems to be going quite evenly. What was the matchup in game one?
It was versus Alacrity.
Okay. that explains a lot.
Exactly. Done.
It was Alacrity's Shadow Fiend versus Moon.
Trying to take care of some production stuff while simultaneously observing the game and not missing any kills. Way to do it. Back behind enemy lines, Jabs. Oh, he. Give me that courier.
Slain.
I am Jabs.
Death is expected to
He
travel
got it before
swiftly.
the delivery. I don't know what Alacrity was getting. He steals the mid lane. The siege creep.
Pull it all the way back.
Seen it?
Oh, and then they draw the aggro over here, so now it's going to be pulled off to the side instead. Okay. Oh no, you can't draw the aggro right there, right? Of course, that changed.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, normally whenever I see a death drop, I'm like, okay, cool, minute timing, let's go, let's keep pushing. And they kind of are, but she doesn't have extras. They're just kind of bullying Jay's Shadow Game approach. Will be a successful kill.
Look, big hits. Yeah, this is there. Just needed the spirits onto these three heroes. That would have made a big difference. But nonetheless, they're getting a good bit of damage.
Strange
I'd say
to
it's
say,
pretty freaking good.
Radiant's
The head
middle
was
tower
something
is
pretty good
under
to
attack.
keep.
But stuns are also really good. I don't want my support to
You're not
stay
wrong.
alive. I want my support to kill people.
Yeah. I don't want my support to stay alive.
No,
Tsunami,
they
2020.
die for the cause. It's for the greater good. Moon, all out of
Evil.
It's caught by a pit.
Blackity doesn't want to blink in for it. Sonic Wave's available. Deny. Hit him, creeps. Hit him, creeps. Yes, the neutral. They made it happen. Dude, every bit of 31 of those damage killed him. Great.
Dire's top tower is being attacked
Like that.
nobody's business.
FNATIC miss out, or rather, Alacrity is going to miss out there on that kill mid. Bottom lane is being pressured in by 23 Savage.
Dire's bottom
Top lane
tower
being
is
pressured.
under attack.
It's all coming up to them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Death Prophet comes in.
I have no
Does
reason
not really
Radiant's
scare
structures
22 Savage.
are
Shapeshift is
fortified.
available, but it's not worth it for a level 4 Death Prophet.
Is super farmed.
Walking face first.
Dire's
No
top
boost
tower
Necro.
is
He's
being
had it for a
attacked
couple
like
minutes. He's got
nobody's
Necro
business.
2 at 9.
Insane. Yeah,
Dire's
he has
structures
4.7k
are
net worth. Like,
cunningly
with Feral
Dire's
Impulse,
top
you
tower
like
is
really
under
don't need to
attack.
spend that much money on HP regen, and he had the headdress as well. So he's sitting on 14.3 HP
Dire's
regen
top
right now
tower
with
is
all
under
these
attack.
items. So he's having a one, and like he has not very much to be scared of.
Dire's top tower is
Off
under
here on the.
attack.
Let's get some rotations up top.
Myself.
They want to try and stop the pressure from coming in on top tier 1 tower, as well as maintain control of that outpost. Alacrity for the opening here. DJ needs disruption before he can go all the way in on it. Hustle in the meantime is going to die off to the side there. Now the stun to be able to connect. Alacrity. Follow-up is not there from Moon. Unfortunate.
Dire's tower is under attack.
They're being so patient with that ult. Shad was waiting forever for that. Wait, he didn't even use disruption. Oh, I thought they stopped with the
No.
disruption. Sen just
Dire's
walked in
top
and
tower is
stopped.
under attack.
Damn, man, he cut his path through the trees.
Very nice.
Did
Dire's
it.
They had
structures
Shadow Demon.
are
They just
fortified.
set up a disruption.
Things
Dire's
happen.
top tower
These things
is being
happen. They're
attacked
gonna-
like
anyway,
nobody's business.
So Moon has 3 points in Edict.
Dire's
so
top
he's gonna be
tower
able to take
has
that.
fallen.
22 Savage did use Shapeshift to kill off
tower
the
is under
Death
attack.
Prophet, so that's gonna be unfortunate.
Abs is going to be able to keep control of this tower here and make sure it doesn't go down. Drew is
Jax is
trying to go for the
82 damage with all these.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to get moved down. Yeah, there's the chance for it.
For celebration,
That's be careful. Yeah, immediately get level 6, go down and take this tower. So this is like the entire idea of the Death Prophet right here. Now I will say I did see one Death Prophet support game where she like died as she popped ultimate down here at this tier 1 tower.
oh look, Radiant's
But this one, this game looking a little bit better for Hustler.
The thing is, it's on like 2-minute cooldown now, and
Dire's top tower is
8.
under attack. Must I repeat myself?
Shadow Shaman's ult.
I want a second.
It is 120, so pretty
2 minutes.
comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slightly shorter,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower is
very,
under
very
attack.
comparable in that regard.
Has that ever been
Does manage to
called for
dodge out
celebration?
Split Earth. Cruising along.
Way before the Lycan gets too close to him. 1,000 gold lead already for. I'm not sure exactly how to rate this game. I kind of, because of how much push power FNATIC has with like Centaur doing retaliate damage to towers and Leshrac just being Leshrac and gobbling things down, like it feels as if one fight is going to turn into a billion objectives after.
At least for Fnatic. I don't
Right.
know if Reality Rift can snowball as quickly if they win a fight.
Yeah, definitely not. It's much more oriented towards them, towards getting Drew. And, you know, he is the top net worth for his team right now. He's getting that level 10 right now as well. And is going to connect onto all these heroes. They're going to smoke up.
They have a lot of vision on the northern half of the Dire map. Drew is the farming on the southern half of the map. Although it does look like this will be a free tier 2 tower for
As he available, he is 100 miles away
Tower is being
from the
attacked
blade.
like nobody's
In a
business.
stroke
of cunning or
Cutting
perhaps
the
of
wave mid,
desperation,
or at least getting
Radiant's
some wards down
structures
behind
have
him.
been fortified.
Reality trying to push on this tier 1 tower, it looks like.
Radiant's
They're just
middle
going to go
tower is
all the
under
way in.
attack.
Shadow Demon was able to
I
kill
have
off
no reason
the wave,
to
but
lie
they
about
destroy
that.
them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
very non-confrontational
Radiant's
game.
very tower is being subjected to extreme violence. Singular antecedent, singular
Gonna-
pronoun.
Speed pay. Just goes.
Dyer's top tower
Just
is
sort of
being
rushing
attacked like
BTs, 23 Savage pushing high ground right now, and no one's
Yeah,
doing
dude.
anything about it.
Bottom tower is
Yeah, that's a problem.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Drew comes back to defend against this,
surprised
but that
Savage
does
just,
mean
like,
you can go for this
shapeshift.
fight.
Yeah,
Positively
I almost
glowing.
just held off to the same shapeshift because they want to actually go for some combat, but KY is like gonna dark push everyone out.
Stay together. Okay, cool. So 23 Savage gets some good damage onto the top floor. Reality Rift now. I mean, does the game change at all? It just feels like they want to sit back and get farmed on PL and lose as few objectives as possible.
Yeah, so far, like, they're not thrilled with it, but things aren't going that badly. Like, if Drew isn't dying. If Drew starts getting targeted, then they need to start changing their game plan, start changing where they're planting vision. But for right now, the Phantom Lancer's been doing a very, very good job staying safe. He's completed his Diffusal Blade, so he's making good progress. But again, it's not a huge power to end. It's because Shadow Demon is just going to take a bunch of PL illusions and use them against him. So I think it's going to take at least one more major item before Phantom Lancer feels confident jumping into fights.
It's got the hood coming out too, so that's going to keep it alive. It's a lot of physical. Well,
Oh, man.
maybe it's not too
I
much
have not
physical.
seen pipe PL in quite a long, hood PL in quite a long time. I used to be a big fan of it, but then you kind of needed to start coming online earlier as a Phantom Lancer. This was back in the day
Right.
when, like, I don't really, but the build definitely fell off, and PL was not nearly as strong of a damage dealer.
I think people just started to go like Diffusal Blade Heart as one of the answers, right? And they're like, okay, well, get a pipe and that keeps us alive, but we can also get this thing. The illusions have magic resist stuff, so pretty nice. Reality Rift.
And poor Drew, he has
Again,
to
like-
stay here and protect the tier 3 tower now.
This is actually a really cool. It looks like FNATIC are one step ahead again, and they find Oracle at the start of the fight. That is pretty bad. If 23 Savage can get out, this is going to be amazing for FNATIC, and he will indeed. Now trying to turn onto this Shadow Demon to see if they can kill him off. They will take down one. DJ's dead. Not going to die down to the DOT either. He's got regen to live through it. So they don't get the kill on the Lycan, but will take down Shadow Demon. There was a buyback from Nuts to that as well, though.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Granted, it's not that in like because it's so kind of covered up with the Shadow Demon ulti, he doesn't necessarily need to rush his way to a Spirit Vessel or like other cheap regen items. So him buying back is not big of a thing, but yeah, that Sonic Wave was so close to connecting onto the Lycan, and I think the Rod debut for KYXY's Underlord as well, and so now 23 Savage is going to be much more cautious about pushing away from his team. He's going to need more support now.
Moon, dude, if he gets out of here right now, oh my god, is Hustler gonna go check? This is really bad for them. Moon's gonna move back in. If they find the Oracle right at the start of this fight, oh god, and Alacrity, he's gonna get caught, he's gonna get killed. Oh man, that was really rough. Ooh, disruption. Does he get an illusion back here?
No,
Hey, look! Quick, get the couriers. Only. Well, yeah, another big win there.
I feel
Boone just
a
like
broken
hiding
record.
out in the trees over here, ready for him. Like, I'm not leaving, guys.
Radiant's top tower is
Right.
under attack.
But he will be able to cut a wave at this point. So that's nice for him.
I like the BOT rush from Moon's last track.
Sorry,
I was
I just
curious
noticed
if
that Dyer's bottom
the BOT
tower is under
changes
attack.
would, I don't know, like change whenever people build it. And I don't see it on Ember Spirits early very much. And that used to be a big thing. But Leshrac, I mean, he gets it before his Yules. He has the Yules completed now, but I like the concept. Again, like you said, this is a very split push heavy team. Like truck, find a death profit.
I mean, I think you're kind of okay with that if you're right. Like, you got them to TP to you. You got the ice to move all the way back across the map. You're trying to buy time for your peel, anyways. As much as that last fight was really for Reality Rift, like Peel's still farming through it. Kind of what they got to hang their hat on.
Middle tower is under attack.
Find KYX.
Oh no! Chance. Maybe he gets to throw out a spell or two before he goes. No, he's dead. But again, you know, it's not really in position to be pushing the tower yet. So doing a good job on Reality Rift of extending the... It's feeling like unless something changes drastically, unless they can keep this up, it's going to become a lot harder as the game goes on.
Yeah, and they don't really have any, like, Lycan doesn't even have to, I'm surprised that 23 Savage is even bothering to build a BKB, because I thought that he could even just go for a Desolator or an AC and just split push all day long, but it's a more conservative route. He's going to BKB, he's going to team fight, most likely.
Check this build. She went Veil and is going Dagon now.
Dire's middle tower is under an extra.
That already is crazy. That's awesome.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not really.
I feel like
it's not enough damage to burst anyone. Like if it was enough to like if it was like a Pugna or something. Like if Moon was playing Pugna and the Dagon is like extra burst and burst, but Moon has 2k HP, Lycan has 2.5k HP, Centaur, yeah, actually Lycan's tankier than the Centaur right now, is 2.2k HP, and the Elder Titan has 1.3k HP.
I think it might just be for the Shadow Demon, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. No?
Yeah. But I mean, like, your mid lane, an item like that. If you want to, like, meme it up with an Ogre Dagon, then go for it. I don't really... And the other thing would be maybe if it's, like, against, like, I don't know, Terrorblade, where you want to instigate the maybe.
Under attack.
There are no...
Structures are fortified.
I don't really know what the purpose of the Dagon is.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I have to see how she uses it. That's going to be the determining factor, right? Like, she definitely bought it, so it's what she's got. We'll see if it ends up working out or not. Meanwhile, though, they blow up Ice. You went a bit too far forward. All right, Real. See ya.
I mean, FNATIC's just gonna mow down towers now. They know where all realities are.
Yo, look at that, though. Push. If they can get this one off, this is huge.
If they don't get their high ground push, then yeah, it's huge. If they lose a tier 3 tower, it's like just sending his units to finish off the top tier 3 tower that he had already whittled down. While the Edith is taking down the bot tier 3 tower, and you're still taking that rush.
Under attack.
I mean, it's gonna be an Aegis for them soon, but they've already lost one. See if they can get 23 Savage here. Oh god! Yeah, he gets taken down. Battle over here on the top side, though. 23 Savage is going to get the BKB TP out. So they lose 2 tier 3 towers. We'll get Aegis. I mean, it's not great, but again, like, if I'm looking at this 8,000 gold behind, if I'm Reality Rift, I'm kind of okay with that still. You know what I mean? At all? Picking up what I'm putting down?
Aegis on Phantom Lancer does nothing. Like a Phantom Lancer with 3 lives still would not win a fight.
Right.
I maybe if in a pain, then I could be somewhat more okay with it, because if you're gonna go for this Dagon assassination build, then it's possible that you can play super aggressive now with an Aegis. But if you have it on your Phantom Lancer, nothing changes for FNATIC. They can still keep playing the exact same game that they've been playing.
I guess it denies it from FNATIC. That to me is like, it guarantees that they won't be able to just, well, they probably still can just end the game now, potentially. Pretty jumping in, trying to find somebody. Sonic Wave, Dagon, come on out, it's already been used. They have enough to blow him up. Moon is going to drop. All right, they get 1 kill. Now Alacrity trying to forward for Ice. The big bad wolf is here. Nuts is going to get run down. He's got to try and buy himself a little bit of space, trying to escape. They're going to pop the ulti. It's a little bit late. Do they kill him? This looks KYX trying to get away, but it is not going to happen. Drew trying to chase down DJ. Now Alacrity in some trouble. Mana being burnt. Dual Scepter, lift, blink away. Not going to happen.
Great.
And with 4 dead, Drew is the last one left alive. It's the Aegis in hand to be able to get himself out of here. Well, no, probably not.
Wait, he's got one more life.
Double kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized part of the BOT from Usher, I think is that he can come onto these Lycan units very easily and just join the fight instantly. So that's what Moon ended up doing here. Bought back, immediately TP'd, moved up the Queen of Pain, and no, so I don't really think like them. I don't think the game would have ended now if they did not take that Roche. But at the same time, I also think they would have lost the game anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, do you want to die by being round or do you want to die by, you know, taking a fight outside your base? That's kind of the choice that they're faced with. They did manage to get that kill on the Moon. Oh no, Hustler. Say it ain't so.
You're demonically purged.
Game is hard. Game is super duper hard. Jesus. It's going to be the full racks taken down. And going to be able to find that Echo Stomp afterwards, but they just run away. I mean, it's these moments where it's like, find the reason that these things are getting picked up, but it just, even when I'm trying to like express what could be their thoughts, it's like, it just, none of it's working for reality right now.
Yeah. Again, like I can see many concepts in which the Death Rattle support can be effective, because there are 2 heroes that have long silences like this is definitely in Skywrath, and Skywrath provides 0 whatsoever, and so I can see the appeal of Death Rattle support. I situation this draft.
Well, and I think the other thing too that sometimes happens for pro players, right, is that you see that somebody else has been playing it in other regions. You see that it's something that's been working for certain people. Okay, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a try. And there's like very specific conditions that need met for that hero to work in a support role. Like you were talking about the other day for the you know, the Ember with a really strong offlaner in a position. And with the DP, there, you know, it wasn't the game for it. It didn't work out for him.
DJ blinks.
Oh lord.
Now his influential illusion will almost kill off the Oracle.
Oh, Nuts is living. The liver, look at that guy. Oh no, don't look over. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. I'm gonna get that PT. Oracle actually died in the fountain. Oh no. Stomp, gonna try and take him down. I said, sorry, seeing if you can make his escape. Moon is just gonna completely eviscerate them. It's the last surviving member to be chased down. Hustler for PG trying to escape, but GG is going to be called. They do over the scary. Woo!
Grand total of like 40 minutes, I think, of game time. But